Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am launching a 90-day to home ownership challenge. I actually ran this from October through December, so there's a few people that are in it now, but I did want to do it again and incorporate YouTube videos, IGTV, some TikToks as well. So I'm going to link all of my platforms below in the description box, but we're going to launch off week 1 right now. I'm going to make sure these videos are maximum 8 minutes long, aiming for 5 minutes so that I don't take up too much of your time. So we're just going to jump right into week 1. Week 1 is going over if you should stop renting and buy a home this next year. Really, if you're tuning into this, my goal is to get you into a home no later than the new year of 2022. I really would love to help you guys and encourage you guys in saving money, learning more about home buying. Like I said, this is a 90-day program, so I'm going to have 12 weeks of hitting it really hard with buyer information. I'll throw in some seller videos here and there too as just little bonus videos in case you're interested in the selling process, but let's just dive right in. Before you decide if renting is really what you need to stop doing and buying is what you need to start looking into, I have 5 questions that I want you to ask yourself. And the first one is there a want to buy a house? I do not want to work with a buyer who feels obligated to buy because of ABC reasons. I don't want you to feel obligated because your parents are saying it, because you're a certain age, because that's what society is telling you you should do. I want you to buy a house because it fits your life perfectly and it's going to help you. The second question is, are you ready to tie your roots down? So coming into play with question number 1, if you don't plan on staying in the city or town you're in much longer, it really doesn't make sense for you to buy a home. If you plan on being where you're at in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it's definitely very smart to buy a home. If you're gonna pack up and move and you won't be able to rent the house out in the next year, it's probably not beneficial. The longer you own and occupy the property, the more money you're gonna make when you go to sell it in the future. The third question is, do you desire more privacy? So obviously if you're renting, it's very common for you to be renting an apartment, a condo, etc. Obviously you can still rent a single family home, but if you are in an apartment and you want your own yard, you're tired of having wall neighbors or neighbors above you or below you, buying a single family residence is very beneficial. I myself bought a condo because I do feel secure there and I don't have to take care of my own outside maintenance because the association does it for me. But there are different things to weigh as far as that aspect goes. The fourth question is, are you content at your current job? So if you don't think that you're going to be at your job much longer, you're not getting paid enough, you are miserable there, you want to start your own business, become self-employed, change employment, that needs to be figured out before you go buy a home, because employment is one of the biggest factors when you get qualified for a loan. If you decide to become self-employed and start your own business, you have to have 2 years of verifiable income. Realtors like myself, I had to jump through a lot of hoops in order to buy my first home. And while it did happen, it was a very rare situation in the way that it played out for me. So just make sure that your employment is steady and that you see yourself there for the next few years. The last question is your debt to income ratio healthy? So obviously the debt you owe could include your car payment, your student loans, if you have a loan on anything else. Your income is what you're bringing home monthly and annually, and you can find out if that is in a healthy place by doing a debt to income ratio analysis. And lucky for you, I have one that you can get your hands on for absolutely free by emailing me at darbybogdenrealtor@gmail.com. This is going to help you just break down what your monthly expenses are, and not necessarily just debt. I mean, on my worksheet it goes over your monthly rent. That's not truly debt, but you do owe it. If you have child support, your student loans, like I said, car payments, other monthly loan payments, your credit card payments, but then you can also break it down into like your average utility bills, groceries, and just kind of see what type of budget you really want to live in. And then there's a few more questions that I'd love for you to ask yourself, which I will link below in the description as well, but I'll just go over them really quickly. The first one is to ask yourself if you think it's the right time for you to purchase a home. Go back through those 5 questions I asked you at the start of the video. Whatever you decide, come up with a date that you would love to close on your home. If you really want to be in a home by the summertime, it gives us a few weeks of the new year to just slowly roll into it, get you pre-approved, and we have quite a few weeks to look for the perfect home for you. If you're looking towards the end of the year, that's awesome. We have all year to save money, help you learn more, and just make sure that it's actually where you want to be come the end of 2021. The third question is for you to really just figure out what you want your home to look like, what you want it to feel like, look like, all of those things. If you want a yard, if you prefer a condo, if you want a bigger kitchen than you're in now, a nicer bathroom, all of those things. Obviously, you're not going to get everything you want in your first home, but it's a great starting point to just write out your wants and needs, and we'll touch base on that in another video here in a few weeks. The last question is what you would want your monthly budget to be. The bank might approve you for a loan where your monthly payment is $1,500, and if that's not something you really care to spend, you could dial it back to be $1,100 a month, and then we'll just look for homes that are at more of a comfortable price range for you. That is it for week number 1. Is it time for you to stop renting and buy a home? I am so glad you're here. Let me know how you liked this video. Again, you can find these on YouTube or IGTV. I'm going to post them the same days. I just want to know which platform you prefer. I'm in my new office's conference room. I will have an office tour going up very soon. We're not done decorating yet, but here's the conference room. You'll probably see this a lot more because I'll probably just film in here going forward. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check out the description below to find the resources like that worksheet and more information. I will see you guys next week for episode number 2. Talk to you then. Bye.